Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a few cards that I was working on to share with you guys before I get to my little project done and my little project shares. I just want to remind you guys to go on over to your Diamond Eyes Facebook. So sorry, I just realized that I say this. Go on over to the Diamond Dyes Facebook page, guys. We have 2 monthly events that are going on over there that you can participate in. One is the Make It with Diamond Dyes monthly giveaway, which is basically you make whatever you want, anything you want, as long as you use one diamond dye. And for every project that you post on Facebook that's new for that month, you will get an entry towards a gift certificate. We also have our our monthly card swap, our secret card swap exchange, which basically is just you guys making a card A2 or bigger to swap with someone so that they can use whenever they want. I love this. It's one of my favorite swaps I've ever participated in. I've met some amazing people since joining that group, and I love it. I don't know if I'm going to be participating for August, but now that I'm learning how to focus with the tablet and everything, I might just do it anyways, because if there's one swap that I really don't want to give up, it's that one. I'm just having too much fun with it, but I'm going to see, because yeah, with my PC problems and all these other things going on, I'm not sure yet. But I definitely recommend it, especially for those of you who love making cards, especially for those of you who've already purchased Diamond Dyes, because for every card that you make and for every partner that you have, you will gain an entry towards a gift certificate to win more dyes. And what's better than that? Also, I just want to remind you guys, we have our bundle package going on that's already discounted at 10% off. And if you use my coupon code ThanksLaura, you will get an additional 10% off, which makes that bundle package a 20% off retail. And unless D is doing a special sale, guys, you're not going to get it cheaper. You're really not. So I encourage you to go on over to the website, check out that bundle package, because guess what, guys? A lot of these dyes are so inexpensive. Like this one right here, I'm not even tell you how much it is, but it's less than $3. So you really need to go on over to Diamond Dyes and check out. And it's not a small dye. Hello, look at this. It's about 1 1/4 by 1 1/2, I believe. Yeah. No, it's like 1 inch and 1 1/4. And guys, believe me when I tell you, these other dye companies, I have paid a lot more for a lot less. I really have. She has amazing prices. They're all made in America, and they're all stainless steel. They're compatible with all your die cutting machines, and you would use them just like you would use any other thinlits. They cut through vinyl, burlap, felt, that soft squishy sponge that everybody's using right now, the Fun Foam. They cut through multiple layers of cardstock, cereal boxes, and lightweight chipboard. I would not use them on heavyweight chipboard. I have not done it. I don't recommend that you do. But, you know, that's just me. So, I was working on some layouts with these dyes. I've been having fun with my summer projects, and I had so much fun working on my Sandpan mini album, which I'll share with you this weekend, that it got my mojo going. But what happened? The mojo started going, the ideas started kicking in, and then my hands didn't cooperate. They wouldn't work. They just were not having it. And so I decided, you know what? I still want to play though. So what can I do if my hands are not up to par and I still want to play? So I decided to play with making simple cards, and by Laura's standards, because sometimes I say simple and then I get yelled at. That's not simple. Well, it's simple for me. If you watch my videos, you know I love layering, and I don't know that rule. You know that rule that everybody else knows, that's less is more? Yeah, Laura doesn't know that rule too well, and Laura tends to overdo it sometimes. I do. And yes, I'm talking about myself in a third party here. So I decided to work on that, and I'm still trying every day just to work on making simple cards when I'm not feeling all that great. So this is what I came up with. Now this one is a 4x5 card, which is an unusual shape, but it's a 4x5 card, and I used my Lawn Fawn stamp set to help me with this. And I also used these things here, which I'm going to demonstrate to you in a second, on my fishies. You don't see the fishies here, you're going to see them in the next card. And I'm going to share with you how I did that. I don't know what made me think of doing that, but I did. I have two different Lawn Fawn stamp set. The other one I don't have here. This is one of their newer releases. These fishies here are from that stamp set. So what I did here is I started out with my 4x5 card base in blue. I added this paper here to that, which is it's almost like a marble. It's not showing on camera, but it's a white and very pale blue, and it looks like a cloudy sky. It's almost like a marble effect. It's some parchment cardstock that I bought years ago. Here I have a Diamond Dies circle die, the smallest circle in that circle die set. I just cut out some yellow cardstock, and then with my Copic markers I just added some lines. Again, being simple, I didn't want to get into shading and creating all these rays and multitude of colors. No, simple, 1, 2, 3, almost kitty style. Very simple, 1, 2, 3 fast. And of course I stamped out a little bird there. Here I stamped out the boat in Memento Ladybug ink, and then I just used a die to cut that out. Over here, and I'm not sure if you can pick that up, I have one of the Diamond Dies clouds. Now I've been using the other two clouds that comes in this trio set on every single project, and I haven't used my chevron clouds as much, and I love my chevron clouds so very much. So I wanted to give those a little attention, and so I used my chevron clouds, and this comes from the Diamond Dies Cloud Frenzy set, which is available at the store. Here I used the new Diamond Dies Wave Border die, and I love it. I used my papers from the Echo Park Walk on Sunshine collection, and again, very simple card, left the inside blank. I fussy cut these little fishes, colored them in with Copics, and I used my little bubble stamp to create some bubbles, and underneath here it says, "You're fantastic." Now, this card, to be fair, I had already stamped out the little fishes and colored them in for other projects. These were just leftovers, and I guess that's why I feel the card was fast and simple. But again, for me, the way I make cards, this was really, really fast and simple. Ordinarily, I would have went and double layered the clouds and did some fancy schmancy stuff to the boat, and then, yeah, so this was simple for me. And then the next one was even more simpler, if that's a word. I simplified my cards even more with the next one. I don't even have a bottom layer of paper, which is unbelievable for me. I just, again, using that same paper that I did on the other project, only I used the darker side, the reverse side. On this side you can see the marbleization a lot more of that paper. but I stamped out You're Fantastic. Again, I have my Diamond Dyes Wave border die here, and then I have a little under the sea, simple under the sea thing going on here with all these little fishies. I cut them out of different color cardstock. I have a blue, orange, yellow, red, and green fish. I gave them all googly eyes. Now, this is what I want to share with you. Do you see the little yellow fish here? This is where the googly eyes. You see these little lines here and here? I did that using a stamp from here. And I'm going to share with you how to do those little touches on your fish right now. And I always say this to people when we are sitting down playing with our supplies. Always try to think outside the box a little bit with these dies. There's just so much you can do. Compared to how this looks. And there's nothing wrong with it just being cut out and using it like this. Especially if you're doing like a mixed media journal page or something like that. But it's nice to know or to get ideas from other people on how to, how did I come up with this? In other words, get other ideas from friends. So I am going to share that with you on how I did that. If I can just move this in my camera, I'm going to share with you real quick on how you can do that too. So let me see if I can face this down. There we go. Okay, so here's my little fish that I cut out of red cardstock. I have my Memento Ladybug ink, also red, and what I want is a watermark effect. I also have my little googly eyes, and these are some tiny teeny googly eyes that my dear sweet friend Becky had gifted me. I think it was last Halloween. We did a little swap. I think that was it. But I know she gave it to me. I don't remember if it was during that swap or not. We've done so many swaps and racks and exchanges, her and I. So, do you see this little thing here, this little stamp here? This is supposed to be a wave. Now, why is that in front of my camera? Hold on. There's something in front of the lens. I apologize. There we go. This little wave here is what I used to create the scales on my fish. And then this little exclamation point is what I use to create the, I don't know if you can see that, but the little line here and here to separate the top and the bottom fin, and also for the tail. So I want to share with you how I did that. Now guys, you can go and do this by hand. You certainly don't need to use your stamps for this. I just think it's fun when I can find other ways to use these stamps. If you've been a follower of mine on my channel for quite some time, it helps me justify buying these things in my head. So you see here? Yep, that's how I did it. And then, if you don't want to use the exclamation point, and you want to keep using this one, you can use this one, or you can use the little one, and just create a little border for the tail. See how I did that? And that's all I did. I just stamped halfway on the fish, and then I just took my ink pad here, and I just went like that and stamped on the tail to give it that little curve. I hope you could see that. And because it's red on red, it's going to give it a watermark effect, so it's not that obvious. But I was thinking, for those of you who want to get fancy, you can use a pigment ink dye and maybe create a whole bunch of scales with maybe other stamps that you have. You can emboss them in gold and silver and really give it a metallic look. You can use some stickles if you wanted to. You can also use some perfect liquid pearls. Perfect pearls to color in the fish. There's just a million little things that you can do with this. And then, of course, you can do like I did and just add a little googly eye, or you can draw in your own eye. For those of you who are marvelous at drawing, I am not. And guess what? I would even take that little heart and use that as an eye. How's that? Paper piece it. You can put a little heart. Especially if you're doing like little kissy fishes. You could do two little fishes facing each other and give them both hearts for eyes. They're making googly eyes, kissy eyes at each other. I'm just being silly, guys. But I'm just trying to share other ways that you can use these amazing dies. And just to give you an idea of how I use some of my stamps too. I love incorporating my stamps and dies to use together and coming up with new ways to use them. Who would have thought that one of the Lawn Fawn wave stamps would work so nicely with the little fishies? And I think it did a nice job. Like I said, sometimes my hands don't allow me to hold a pen and draw, so it's nice to know I have an alternative. And I thought I'd share that alternative with you. Maybe you guys might want to use it. So guys, don't forget, go on over to Diamond Dies to get these amazing dies. I love how my fishies came out. I just want to keep playing with these little fishes. I love the fishes. I'm going to go work on making some more of these little fishies. As you can see, I cut out a whole bunch of different color fishies. And here I have quite a few of them that I already made. This is what I was doing all day yesterday, guys. Just making lots of little fishies with the eyes. And again, using those stamps to decorate the inside of the fish. You could even take these little fishes, run them through an embossing folder after you stamp them out, a little Swiss dot just to have little texture, or not. Anything you want, guys, anything you want. They're your dies, your projects. Just have fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun. And if you make these purchases and get these dies, just have fun and use them all up. You know, let's just share. Don't forget to go on over to the Facebook page too and see what the other DT members are coming up with. You'd be surprised. And also our fellow YouTubers who post pictures of their creations. I hope you all have a very blessed day. I hope this helps you out. And also, don't forget to go on over to Diamond Dies. And don't forget my coupon code. Thanks, Laura. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.